Hi, and welcome back to my garden. This is another episode of Watch My Garden Grow. While you're here, before you forget, hit that subscribe button and give me a like. But my intention is every week to take you on a brief walk through my garden so you can see its progress this spring as it comes alive, as I start completing some of my projects, hitting some of my goals, and just seeing some things grow. We're still in January. No, we're not. Actually, we're halfway through February. Not sure where I was going there. Probably because it's still cold. And if you're here in the Northwest like I am, you understand what I'm talking about. We even had a couple inches of snow earlier this week, which added to a great adventure I had going to a bamboo nursery that I found while working in southern Washington near Oregon. Look them up. It's called the Bamboo Garden Nursery. They are in North Plains, Oregon. In order for me to get there, I had to go up over Dixie Mountain Road. It had recently snowed. It was a dirt road. You'll get to drive on a dirt road if you go visit them, but I'm telling you, it is worth it. The folks that work there are so knowledgeable. There are acres upon acres upon acres of bamboo groves, and they will show you around, ride around in a golf cart. And I just had a great time. So here in a moment, I'll show you the bamboo that I ended up getting. So without further ado, let's check out the garden. I really can't wait for the weather to get nicer and the soil to warm up and my dahlias to arrive. I was very excited. I got an email from Swan Island Dahlias. It's where I ordered mine from, reminding me that here in just a couple months, I'll be getting my dahlia shipment. As you can see, the rhubarb continues to do well, even though we've had some really chilly temperatures. Not a lot going on in the greenhouse today. However, I did pick up a couple wisteria starts. My stepson has a giant wisteria growing, and these little guys had volunteered to come up. I have very low confidence that I got enough root for this, but we'll see. This one, I think I got enough root. We're going to keep it in the greenhouse until it warms up, just to, before I waste all that energy digging a hole in the yard. I want to make sure they're going to live. Nothing exciting over here. My begonias. Still no action on that walnut sprout that I found. But it is warming up here in the greenhouse. These warm days, it gets up 70 degrees. I'm starting to get concerned. My canna lilies are showing some growth here. I don't know what to do. If I should just keep doing what I'm doing, or maybe I put them out in the yard. I don't know. In our zone 8B, they're supposed to be tolerant, so I could have just left them in the yard, but I had things to do in that area, so I dug them up. I don't know. I guess I'll wait unless I find some research that shows otherwise. Trimmed up the daisies. Boy, this was my first attempt at growing daisies from seed a couple years ago, and it is just super root bound in there. My goal, once things start warming up a little bit, is to split that and move it from the pot into the soil. Hey, I don't know if you can see this, but these are my roses. President's Day is tomorrow, and anybody in the Northwest or in our climate, President's Day is the day that you keep in mind is a good time to prune your roses. I have just been horrible at properly pruning my roses in the past, so they don't look nearly as nice as they could or should, but I'm going to get on a better track. So I've already pruned these for this year. You know, Best thing to keep in mind is you want to, late winter, early spring, you want to prune your roses once they start showing some life. Here is my bamboo. I was just, oh, you ever have that trip to the nursery? Find the plant you're looking for. Work with someone who's knowledgeable, knows what they're doing, can give you a lot of great information and just make a great day out of it. And then on top of it, these guys were in 1 and 2 gallon pots. Most of the 1 and 2 gallon pots had bamboo that was no bigger than that. But these, the rhizomes are just bulging. They were doing just super healthy. So not only was I able to get a great bamboo, but I got it at a great price. And in case you're wondering, the bamboo I got, well, I can't pronounce its actual name. It's vivax or vivax, V-I-V-A-X. And then the variety was Inversa. So it'll have golden columns, and each segment will have a stripe of green alternating front to back. So this one, the green stripe's on this side, and the next one up, the green stripe is on the other side. And these will grow, oh, in my area that I've selected as their planting area, they may get 40 feet tall. And the columns somewhere around 3 inches wide. So should be a nice nice look and a nice addition. I am just tickled pink. Now, if this thing could grow about 1.5 feet a day, that would be great, but that ain't gonna happen. I continue to see life from the bulbs I planted last fall. Right there. See, there's a few of them coming up and about. Got my furniture back on my patio. I need new furniture badly. it just can't clean it nearly well enough anymore. But you know, it's what, 15, 20 years old, so what are you gonna do? Garlic is still doing well. I focus in on this each week just because it seems to be the most changing, most evolving area of my garden this time of year. A lot more crocuses are starting to appear. Tulips. Oh, and a hyacinth. I know that's a hyacinth. I think it's the only one I have coming up so far that I can see. Some tulips, some daffodils. And then, as an experiment, so our soil temperature is right around that 40 to 50 degree range, and that's supposed to be a temperature that beets and carrots can germinate. It'll take them a while, but they can germinate. So I have planted beets and carrots, and my experiment is I've made these little row covers that I'm hoping, and mainly to keep the varmints out. As I've droned on in the past, I've planted corn here in the past, and each year it takes 2 to 3 to 4 plantings before I can actually get some corn to grow, because something comes in and eats them all, every single one of them, once they get to about 1 inch to 2 inches tall. So I made some seed tape the other day, and then came out and put that down, put these over after I watered it. If you haven't seen my video on making seed tape, I'm telling you, it's simple, it's nice, it saves your time on your knees. But check out my YouTube video on making your own seed tape. So that's how I did it. It's planted. Now let's hope this will keep the ice and the snow off of it. And I'm also hoping that on the sunny days, it'll add some warmth to the soil, just to help that germination and growing process. Blueberries are starting to swell. Wisteria, if it starts to grow, I'm gonna plant it so it covers that crabapple tree. Well, that's it for my walk today. Hope to see you again next week. Until then, stay warm and happy gardening.